this. Never knew a love like this. Oh yeah.
Hey you guys, how you doing? And welcome once again to LiVeD, Heaven's LiVeD devotional. Man, I'm so glad you guys could join me tonight. I'm glad you clicked play on the video. And with that being said, let's get right into it. You know how we do. The word of the street tonight is coming from John chapter 15 and verse 5. Now I know you got your Bibles, so I'm gonna give you a second to get that. All right. Let's do this. John 15 verse 5. And the word of the street says, I am the vine, you are the branches. If a man remains in me, and I in him, he will bear much fruit. Apart from me, you can do nothing. Cool. So the other day I was with some friends, and we were taking pictures, and it just dawned on me that it's like, man, life is just like taking pictures. I mean, you have pictures of friends, you have pictures of family, and there's always someone who's not in the photo, if you think about it. So you have a group of 5 people, someone was actually outside who was taking a picture, and that person was not in the photo. But they were still kind of a part of the process, because without them taking that photo, then the photo wouldn't be there. So whether you see them or not, simply because there is a photo that exists, you know there was someone else who was a part of the process. And our life is like a photo album. I mean, from birth, when you were young, throughout your life, you have pictures, and you have pictures and pictures and pictures from when you got 3 to 7 to 10 years old until however old you are now. And your life is just like this photo album. And throughout your whole life, you have these pictures, so you can see your life happening in these different ways. It's like a photo album. And the interesting thing is that throughout all these photos in your photo album, there was always someone who was taking the pictures, whether it was your parents or a family or friends. There was someone who was a part of the process who you didn't actually see inside of the photo. And it makes me think about how we feel about God. Sometimes we feel like God isn't there, but we forget that God is the one who's essentially taking the photo. I mean, how do you know he's there? It's because, the photograph is literal proof that he was there. There would be no photo if he were not there to take it. And so that's one way that you know that God is a part of the process. And, we also see people taking pictures of themselves. That's one way to try to get around it. You always see that same photo, and they got the arm up, and you can tell it's close. You can always tell something's wrong because it's never done properly when you do it on your own. A photo always comes out best when there's a photographer or someone who's actually behind the camera doing their best to get the right angles, to make sure the shot is looking right. But when you try to do it by yourself, you hold the camera, you can see your arm, you can always tell it's messed up. And so there are times when we even try our best to do life without God, but it never, ever comes out as good as it can if someone else was taking a picture. And more importantly, if God was the one taking the picture. And so, this day I want to encourage you guys to remember that God is the one taking the photos. He is the reason that you are here, and to not ever forget him. And so when you see a photo, just because you don't see him there doesn't mean that he's not a part of the process. He's more a part of the process than you'll ever know. And so I want you guys to remember that, and we'll see you once again tomorrow at 10 p.m.
Never knew a love like this. Never knew a love like this. Oh yeah. Never knew a love like this. Never knew a love like this.